Why should I try Microsoft advertising?
I think Microsoft is one of the largest ecosystems out there.
What about how do they engage on internet?
We have that, mentality out there that people think it's just your grandma searching on Bing, but we're not that anymore.
Very warm welcome to all the viewers of our channel. And with this video, we are starting a new chapter of helping our merchants by having the marketing platforms and their experts with us, so that we can bring in very right kind of information for our merchants to follow. Today we have Renee Stopps, who is a APEC director in the general partner program at Microsoft Advertising. And I welcome you, Renee, with us.
Thank you.
And looking forward to very great amount of information and guidance from you for our merchants. With this very first question, because that is something our merchants ask us many times. Why should I try Microsoft advertising, especially when they are into e-commerce?
Yes.
Right. So if you can help us.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to share some really great key information about Microsoft Ads. So let's just think about your clients and why e-com. Let's start with scale. So for one thing, Microsoft is one of the largest ecosystems out there when we think about advertising platforms. We really help your advertisers and consumers have access to anyone wherever they are across their digital environments. If we think about what Microsoft is, we have 1.4 billion Windows devices globally. So that's 1.4 billion people being able to potentially access your advertising. We have over 1.2 billion members on LinkedIn. That's also another very unique audience that none of our competitors have access to. We have 550 million monthly readers of our news platforms, that's MSN. We also are the number 2 desktop browser globally. There's not many browsers out there globally, and we are number 2. And most recently, we now have a gaming audience with the acquisition of Activision Blizzard King. So no matter where anyone is searching online or whatever platform they are, whatever ecosystem they are, Microsoft advertising is there, and that is our unique USP because we have that scale access. So Microsoft Ads shouldn't be a test and trial and should I do it? Let me trial it for a month. It should be a definite must-have because we have that very unique audience at scale.
So that's the size of the audience, right?
Mm-hmm.
What about how do they engage on internet? What are the demographics and how well? Or I would say how can we judge that they are right kind of audience for my business?
Yes. Yeah.
So,
Great question. And we have that mentality out there that people think it's just your grandma searching on Bing, but we're not that anymore. We are an ecosystem that powers all Windows devices. No matter where you are within the browsing environment, or Copilot now. Microsoft is also at the forefront of AI-driven marketing. We have actually had advertising within the Copilot or AI environment for more than 2 years. Now we are leading the way in that aspect. None of our competitors have had ads. And shopping ads were one of the first ad products that we actually launched through Copilot. So when we think about our audiences, we have gaming, we have a more highly disposable income audience, higher educated. So if you think about who out there is using Windows, it is that higher demographic, higher influential, high disposable income, people who are online on their desktop shopping in their lunch break or on their mobile phone. That's who our audience have. We also have an audience that is 25% more likely to buy online than any of our competitors. So when you're thinking about e-com, whether I'm buying a t-shirt or a pair of shoes or I'm planning a holiday, no matter what type of e-com I'm buying, a lot of us do that during the day or in our commute, and we have access to that audience across the whole ecosystem.
So as per my understanding, they are not binge watching on mobile.
No.
When they are on desktop or laptop, they are seriously there with some intent, right?
Yes.
That's what my guess is.
Yes, absolutely. It's definitely intent purchasing, and it's an intent audience. They're there to do something. They're not there just to look around and, as you say, watch TV.
We can make out that with with every impression that an advertiser gets, right?
Yes.
There is an intent to have that content shown to them, that they are there with purpose.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. So as we think about, the access that advertisers and consumers have across our ecosystem, I would really love to hear from you, Amit. What is Simprosys doing, and how are their merchants really leveraging success through the Microsoft ecosystem platform?
See, success comes later. Let us talk about the beginning first.
Yes.
Right? So, how should they start? That is the question that I would like to answer first. And if any merchant would like to, or if any merchant feels that they are selling kind of products which can be sold through against searches, or their products are searched by the people, then start with a relatively smaller budget. Let's say if you are spending around $50-$60 on Google, right? It can be 10-20% of that on Microsoft advertising to begin with. Eventually, it can be anything based on the ROI and everything. So start with smaller budget, make everything right in the setup, like optimize your feed for the products, make sure your conversion tracking is implemented very perfectly, and once it is implemented, you start your campaign. Start with PMX shopping first, and let it run for around first 7 to 10 days. Go into the interface and see if all the signals are in right. All the signals are showing the right things, right information about your setup or not. If there are any recommendations that you need to implement, talk. If you are not sure of, talk to us. If you are sure of implementing them, you can implement. But the initial idea is, if you are really experimenting with Microsoft advertising or any other platform in the era of AI, let it run for at least 28 days with the same budget. If there are no recommendations, with the same configuration. If you intend to make some changes, make those changes only after 21 to 28 days period, and again let it run for 28 days. So that's how a merchant can, I would say, maximize their engagement through Microsoft advertising or for the sake of any other platform. But during that process, there may be a situation where they need some support, they may need some guidance, or they should be looking at all the indicators that you get to see in the interface in Microsoft and in our app also.
Yeah.
So that is the primary thing. Otherwise, if they ignore it, if they fail to, I would say, read them, there are chances that they may not get that level of success that they might have got.
Absolutely. And I think you said it perfectly there. We really need to, when you do launch and you onboard and you try, you need to leave it there for a certain amount of time to really give it that test and learn. Well, I love that. I think that sums that up.
If there is something else you would like to share to our audience, please.
I think just one thing to close out on, you mentioned around, the unique audience, and that is something that we definitely have that none of our competitors do, where they're actually searching on our platform and no other, and that's over 500 million unique searches a month. So there's a lot of uniqueness about us. Thank you so much for having me.
So with this, we now have a very clear way to take it forward, right? And if you are still struggling, if you still have any kind of questions, we will have friends from Microsoft helping us with all the answers that we are looking forward to. And stay tuned, stay subscribed, and whenever you are try it with this kind of strategies, or if you are still not sure of the strategy, if you need a tailored strategy to your business, reach out to us, we will help you then.